Morning, everyone. Thought I'd just check in before I head up to the NICU and post an update. Going on 3 weeks postpartum tomorrow, which feels like super weird to honestly say, like he was born 3 weeks ago almost. Getting better with the postpartum healing and pain, which is nice. I've been mostly just using like Tylenol and ibuprofen now for the pain management. So that's always a positive sign when you don't need your opioids anymore post-surgery. I posted a little short yesterday about nutrition, and that's something I'm really trying to focus on right now because that's obviously something I can control. And in a situation like this, where there's no control over what your baby's doing or needing to be in a NICU or a hospital or anything, I think it's nice to find some things you do have control over. I'm pretty sure I mentioned in another video that I'm a mental health therapist. And so, I talk with a lot of clients about like focusing on things that are in your control and not in your control. Doesn't mean everyone's good at it. Doesn't mean I'm good at it, but it is helpful if you work on and look at and try to prioritize or at least focus on the things that you do have some control over. Because in reality, a lot of times we don't have any control over any of this. And I think that's probably the most accurate statement for a NICU parent is you have no control. You have no control over what your body did. If you had a premature baby or if you had a full-term baby, like you don't have any control over a lot of this. So that's going to lead to more anxiety, and that's going to lead to more stress, which is also not good for your body while you're trying to heal. So of course I want to fix this all. Of course I want to have control over the NICU and how long he's there for and how he's doing, but I don't. He had, let's see, an update on baby. He had an echo 2 days ago, I want to say now. He does have a heart murmur, which they said is pretty common for preemies. Their heart chambers just aren't developed. Like he was 27 weeks. He's not developed. He wasn't ready to come out. He wasn't supposed to come out. So, they noticed that, so they're just gonna keep an eye on it right now. He has gained weight. I posted when he hit 3 pounds, and must be a little over 3 pounds and 2 ounces now, based on I think how much he gained yesterday. I'll find out today if he gained more. Hopefully he did. We've been praying he does. I'm still angry. I mean, I don't think people get it, especially when they ask like, hey, how are you? Are you okay? And you're like, of course I'm not okay. My kid's in the hospital. Like, who would say they're okay? I know they're asking because they want to be nice. And again, people ask how he's doing. And even when I call and ask the nurses for an update or how he is on the days I can't go up there, they're like, oh, he's good. And I'm like, he's not good. He's in the hospital. You can say he's good for being in the hospital. You can say he's good for being a 27-week preemie. But he's not good. And so it's like, I think there's a ton of reels online about like, when people say like, oh, tell me about yourself. Like, yeah, do you want to know like my favorite color or all the trauma I've been through? So, people like, it's just the common courtesy. You're like, hey, how's it going? And most of the time I'm like, oh, it's fine. Because a lot of people don't know what to say in this situation. And I'm not judging them because I don't know if I would know what to say to another parent if I have not been going through this myself. So, it's interesting to think about. And I've been trying to give more honest answers like, I'm okay as I can be today. Or he's doing as well as he can be for how early he is. or he's stable, because he is stable, and that is a blessing, and that is a good thing. So it's not like I'm trying to just be negative, but I also am not trying to be like positive just because that's what socially is normal or socially expected. And again, I think a lot of postpartum moms get that, like when they want to say, how are you? And you're like, well, I haven't slept. My body is going through a bunch of weird changes. Nothing feels right. A lot of times they have their baby, so I mean, that's different, but you know, there's still lack of sleep, breast engorgement from milk coming in, hunger just all over the place, being really thirsty, especially if you're breastfeeding or pumping. I mean, that the amount of water I consume now is pretty nuts, just to stay hydrated and feel like satisfied thirst wise. So yeah, if postpartum moms were more honest, they'd be like, well, I'm exhausted, my body hurts in weird places, you know, I can't seem to eat or drink enough, my bowel movements are weird or off, especially again if you've had a C-section, because the opioids really slow down your gut and your digestive tract, your intestines, and so it makes your bowel movements way harder to pass and just different, and so you get all the medications so that it's easier. Yeah, so if we were honest, like that'd be the weirdest answer to give somebody who's like, I mean, especially like someone at like the grocery store, you know, you're not gonna go vent to them, but like, I think we need to start being more honest and being a little bit more like, I mean, I'm okay. I just had a baby, so like I'm okay as I can be, in the sense of my body's going through a ton of stuff, or in my case, I'm here, I'm getting through today, because again, that's the only choice I have. I don't really have, you know, anything super great to say. And also trying to be aware of the good things. Like, again, he is stable. I'm getting to spend some extra time with my daughters, which is nice, that I don't usually have, because, well, I was working. I just spent extra with my husband. So there are positives that you can focus on, but I think it's okay to be more honest and just be like, I'm kind of shitty, or I'm mediocre, or I don't know, I'm numb, or I'm still angry today. I think it's okay to give those answers. So I am gonna hop off because my mom will be here soon to take me up to go see him, and I gotta pack up my milk before I go. But I hope you all have a good day. We appreciate all the prayers for us still, and ask you to continue praying, please. I do hope you guys have a wonderful day, and God bless.